Good morning, everybody. Good Tuesday morning. That's exactly right. The 25th day of June. Hope it's a good one for you this morning. Up and at 'em. Here we go for another day. Roger B. here with you, along with, yes, he is back in the saddle again. No, not talking about Roy Rogers. I'm talking about my main man, Rob Atkinson.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
You were missed.
Nah.
Yeah, you were. Yep, you were missed.
Damn it.
And
We
of
wouldn't
course,
hear you? Do we? What?
and of
I
course,
thought it was here.
here is the voice of Charles Frazier.
What?
Good morning.
Good morning. I was just finally noticing the spelling of your word. It's
Charles.
Charles. So,
Okay, yeah.
Charles.
Okay.
Just trying to get the pronunciation right there,
Who
Charles.
knows? Good luck with
Yeah.
that.
No, you know we kind of missed Rob
we
there
did.
because
I had to get my own coffee. I mean, it was.
Almost didn't.
Brag.
Didn't come back.
I wouldn't blame you. I mean,
well, you failed because you're here.
Dadgummit.
Now, if I were at the beach, I think I'd probably think the same thing. Any observations on your trip about beach goers and summer down along the what we like to endearingly refer to as the Redneck Riviera?
Well, we made the stop at a place that rhymes with Stuckies.
Lucky's.
Yuckies? Who would name a business Yuckies, I'm wondering?
I
Yeah.
just know one thing.
Tell us about your stop to Buc-ee's.
When you stop on a Friday, you're putting your life in your own hands. Monday, a little bit of a different story.
So you stopped Friday or Monday or both?
Both.
Oh, okay. So you
Well,
saw a distinct difference.
both sides.
then.
Well, we were about a half a tank of gas. So I was like, we went in and filled up there, and we didn't get any snacks on the way down, but on the way back, we stocked up a little bit, got some jerky and some other stuff. So
Is that exit 47? I think it's exit 47.
yeah. I just know one thing: it's a lot more convenient now when you go to the beach because they have the toll is no longer there when you go over the express to pass the
really?
wharf
They
right
just
there.
take a picture of your license plate?
No, they don't charge. They've shut that down. You just, I guess they paid for something eventually, and they
Watch him get a bill in the mail in about 2 weeks.
Oh, by the way, yes.
Here's your tolls,
Florida
Mr.
does
Atkinson.
that. Buck 05.
Yeah, they don't have they took all those buildings down, and it's just a straight shot
bridge.
over the bridge.
All
So
right.
I was kind of like, okay, it makes it a lot easier.
Maybe the bridge is paid for now. But who would stop tolls after the roadway or the bridges
I
are
know.
paid for?
Keep that money coming.
Who would do that?
Crazy.
Mama K must have said, "Now, do you listen here?"
We don't need to be charging our fine folks to go to the beach. Yeah.
Well, no, did that? I've not been to Orange Beach. So did that cause backups?
It
Kinda
did,
going
yeah,
up?
big
so that,
time.
Okay, so maybe that was the issue, really, more than
Yeah.
anything else.
It's
just
still,
like,
I mean, it's
come on, we gotta
still a
stop this.
little bit of a backup going there just because it's that time of year and it's
Sure.
busy like that. But yeah, it's the toll that you pay to go over that bridge that's right there by the wharf, a little shopping area and all the boats that are right there. But yeah, they've taken all those buildings completely down. So
Now, if you are, if you're at home and you're not sure, you've got all these television viewing options, and you don't know exactly what you want to watch. If you happen to be on YouTube, just check out the Big Dan Show.
The Big Dan Show.
Yeah, that's
Is that with Big Dan?
Big Dan
Oh,
is
okay,
he's
I got
down
you.
there right below that bridge that he's talking about. That's
Dan is down.
He's down there. He's
Down,
he's
Big Dan.
he's taking video of people launching and recovering their boats at the public boat launch.
That's got to be entertaining.
And
Okay.
I'll warn you, it can become infectious.
The level of stupidity.
Well, it's all documented
what it
right
is.
there on the Big Dan's.
As if we needed to know.
because it's right
anymore.
under that bridge that you're talking about,
Yeah.
and you were talking about all the boats and all. They said, yeah, he just sits there and
Big Dan.
they know him. They shout out to him. And
He's
all
got a
the rest.
YouTube channel. He's probably making a lot of money doing that.
Well,
It's not a bad gig. All you do is sit in the lawn chair with a camera.
and he'll reposition. And
I mean, hey.
he'll reposition and go to maybe another one down the coast there a little bit, but they're usually
Kind of
right there.
hitches up the suspenders. And, I'll take a little walk, man. I'm Big Dan.
He's got-
Filming dumb people.
He does a good job with it, and you have it's like you see somebody how they're trying to manage their vessel, and it's like, oh my goodness, okay,
I am.
yeah, there's pressure now. There's pressure at the boat dock or the
Of course,
boat
as you're
ramp.
messing it up, you look around. There he is. Okay. All
it was
right.
much cooler
Big
down there. I
again.
come back here and you guys have heat advisories all over the place. So appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
I believe the heat advisory ends in October. So,
Something like
from
that.
now until.
Gee whiz.
Something being next to that big old pond down there that makes it cooler.
A little breezy.
You can change 10 degrees just by being near the Gulf.
Didn't get a drop of rain the entire time down there either, so it was great. No
And-
little pop-up afternoon, nothing like that. So.
Speaking of that, though, thank goodness we had a little reprieve yesterday afternoon. I don't know who all got it, but we did out at Russell. We enjoyed a little shower that.
Yeah, we were.
It almost made it worse, though.
Yeah.
We got there, and it was like a sauna.
But my grass was out there going,
Sucking it
this
up,
is
huh?
great. Yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah, because we got a little bit of rain. We got just on the other side of Mobile, and it started kind of sprinkling. We got a pretty good shower on the way home, and I was like, it must have rained in Meridian because we could see the steam coming up off the sidewalk. I was like,
was
yeah,
steamy.
yeah.
As a pilot, I always refer to what they call or what I call the I-10 fence line because what happens is you have that moisture come ashore and the beaches will be fine. They don't get the
Yeah.
rain. But, boy, by the time it gets up around, I-10, it builds up into some pretty big storms.
Yeah,
So then if you're flying home, you got to figure out how to get through that fence.
Yep, heat advisory today, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. They're expecting heat index values to be up to 110. So that's going to be your real feel out there today. So
Don't go
yeah.
outside.
Yeah, humidity. It's going to be tough today.
So now we can decide, do you want to live in Phoenix where it's drier heat or here where it's a wet heat? It's all about the same now.
Right.
It's the old Sun Belt.
That's right.
Hey, it's Mornings in Meridian. We're off and running this morning. We want to hear from you. Our number is 601-485-9191, 601-485-9191. And just give us a call about this, that, and the other thing. In the meantime, let's tell people that we do thank good folks like Jeffrey Wilson at State Farm Insurance for
Jeffrey Wilson State Farm Insurance even. All you got to do is, if you want to save an average of $889, just call Jeffrey Wilson, 601-483-8253. When you combine your home and auto insurance, you can save that much, if not more. That's an average, so some people save even more than that. And here's the deal. You really want to know your insurance agent because when you have a claim that you need to file or you've got a problem and you have questions for them, it needs to be somebody that you can access. And Jeffrey Wilson, you see him all over town. I mean, he's just a great member of our community, and he's also very accessible. So when you sit down with him once a year, you can kind of evaluate all your insurance needs. You may add something. You might drop something, save even more money. Well, go see him. He's at 2401 Highway 39 North, or give him a call, 601-483-8253. Like a good neighbor, Jeffrey Wilson is there, and he wears khakis. Well, sometimes. He wears khakis.
I'm sure he does.
He doesn't always
sometimes.
wear khakis.
I don't think always. No, I
I've
really
seen
don't.
him in other trousers. But anyway.
Good old man. Good fellow there, Jeffrey
He
Wilson.
is a good guy.
Well, I found out I'm a target.
You are a target.
I'm a target.
You live in Meridian. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
That was pretty good. I like
We're
how
all
you did that.
target.
Well,
We don't have a Target. We got a Walmart. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
well, this is according to an investment website that says if you are 60 years or older, you may be a special target for people or businesses who sell fraudulent products and services by phone.
oh.
Now, the reason I printed this off this morning is because I was enjoying a nice sit-down visit with my in-laws last evening. And when my mother-in-law's phone rang, and the offer was, of course, for something about some sort of security service. If you allow us to put a free security service, you put like a sign in your yard. And so she was kind enough to ask my opinion, and I probably wasn't real smooth when I responded to her. I said, "No, no."
Sounds pretty smooth.
No, here's what I think would be a great cure for the telemarketing industry. Everybody who gets a phone call and somebody's trying to sell you something by way of telephone, just say no.
I thought we were supposed to have the no-call list at one point.
Yeah.
But I think that's never going to work because they change these numbers all the time. These people call you on, and I think that's kind of a lost
I'm
cause.
just going to adopt like the millennial stance, and that is you don't talk on your phone. The phone is not for talking.
There you go.
Text it, you look at social media, but when it rings, what is that? I'm not answering that. Why would you actually talk on the phone?
And she's very kind and cordial, and she and kind of inquires along and has the conversation where I would be more apt, even though I'm over 60, I would be more apt to say no, thank you, bye, or no, bye, or just quietly no, hang up.
Ask if they're wearing khakis.
Are you wearing khakis?
What are you wearing?
It says fraudulent telemarketers try to take advantage of seniors, and you're the target, seniors. I told my in-laws, I said, why don't you just be like the young folks? They don't do this at all, like you said. They don't.
I don't answer the phone if you're not in my contact list. I'm not answering the phone.
For what example? If you answer the phone, somebody's trying to say something, Rob, what do you say to them? I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be, say, they're promising you a nice trip down into the Bahamas.
Can I tell you what I did one time?
Tell us.
Let me get the delay ready.
Okay.
What color panties are you wearing?
Was it a male or a female?
We
don't know. Yeah,
you don't
these
know
days,
nowadays,
you never know.
And then,
What's your preferred pronoun?
And then I heard click. Never got another call back. So maybe that's the secret.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here for
Act
all
like
of you,
a pervert.
all of you
Act like a
seniors over
pervert.
60 out there, here's your response to the scammers.
response.
What color panties are you wearing?
The problem with that is that, it's somebody down the road trying to raise money for the
right,
church. And they're like, I beg your pardon, Roger?
But that's the good thing about it. If you're down the road at the church, you're not calling somebody to raise money. You're going to be.
know.
Well,
I got to
you don't
screen
ever
him.
get-
Sometimes I get that. I got a girl yesterday who was like, just talking about the restaurant. And then I was like, she was trying to sell me something, some stamping machine. But, she had.
how about we just don't?
There's a way that they kind of.
How about we just don't sell over the phone anymore?
I think that'd be a great idea.
Let's everybody shut
No
it.
phone
Here's how we shut it down. We all stick together, young and old alike, and we just tell people no.
And also, too, people on social media don't share every little thing like that you see, because if you click on something, that could be something that could get into your computer too as well, because
exactly.
social media is just as bad. So it's we live in an opportunistic world where everybody is looking for a way to scam somebody, and these folks are getting smarter. And it's not just one person doing this;
And
it's a group of folks.
And this is something I won't say who it is, but somebody I know. Older women living alone are sometimes more susceptible and are special targets to these scam artists. Says below are some reasons seniors may fall victim to telemarketers. One, not knowing whether a call is legitimate or not. Hey, let's just assume if they're trying to sell you something, seniors, it's not legitimate. Let's just assume that and say no.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned this story because yesterday we got home, we were just flipping through and one of the Andy Griffith episodes was when Floyd did the Lonely Hearts Club or whatever. You remember that one?
Yeah.
And the woman meets him up at the. Well, I'm house sitting at this nice place in New Orleans. If you want to go act like, come to find out she's a scammer.
She's a scammer, and he's trying to put on a good air by being at Andy's house.
It's like Andy's my son.
Or
It's
some rich town person's
yeah,
home.
and Opie's my son too. There's a lot of years between them two.
601-485-9191 is our talk line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, y'all. First one up at bat today. I can't
Hey,
believe it.
lead off batter.
Listen, I have an offer I'd like to try to sell you. If you'll just, if you can just let us have your credit card information, we'll set you up on our
Last 4 year social, please.
That's right.
Yeah.
Date of birth.
Well, I've got one better for you than what Rob says. What color pants you wearing? They've called me before. I said, "Are you wearing any?"
Oh.
Oh, okay. I like it. All right.
Do you offer something about your own attire before that? You're like, I'm not wearing any. How about you?
I'm just judging. I'm just judging by his maniacal laugh that he probably enjoys the phone calls.
Oh yeah, that
It's a
was
hobby.
almost as good as when the psychics called me and they said, "Who am I speaking to?" And I said, "Well, hell, you're the psychic. You tell me."
That's right.
Exactly. You're supposed to know this.
Not a very good one, apparently.
Yeah.
I said, "You can't be a psychic." I said, "You don't even know who you're talking to until I tell you."
Mhm.
So, nothing special, Carly. I just want to say I thought Ruth's first phone call yesterday was the best one she's ever made.
It was quick.
It was exactly 38 seconds long.
Yeah, that was about it.
Wow.
I was better off. It was a little too long, I thought, but beyond that, it was good.
Let's be careful about
Right.
what
Let's not poke the bear.
What bear we wake up here today. Be careful.
Yeah, Matt has calling in before 8 o'clock now.
Yeah. Did
It's
you?
good to know he was still alive and kicking.
Yeah, I've got a sign out in front of my yard now, protected by Has.
Protected by hands.
Yeah,
That'd be enough for me to make a 45 or something.
it was
You know.
it was doing some house sitting. He said over in some deep, dark area of rural Alabama.
Someplace I've never heard of. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, he's a celebrity now. Y'all seen him on TV on the well, it's not a commercial. It's just a little, this is home thing.
Oh yeah, the little promo. Yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah, he's on there every time.
Mm.
I think he'd be a good running mate. What do y'all say? Just get him a haircut, and he'd be a good running mate.
Trump has.
I'm just trying to picture
Trump has.
with a haircut and a shave.
No, I can't.
Lock and load. Trump has 2024.
Well, I mean, Trump has said his VP pick is going to be at the debate Thursday night. So if we see Has walking around,
really?
then that's going to be our first clue there.
Well, I hope he points them out.
Yeah.
That'll be something else to look forward to.
Well, you know what I think is going to happen with that?
Have a bathroom break.
Here's what's going to happen with that Thursday night. He's telling everybody my running mate is going to be there, but it's probably going to be Burgum will be there, J.D. Vance will be there, Ramaswamy will be there.
Of course they'll all be there.
Like 10 or 12 people will be like, you said, well, they're
He was
here.
there.
They're
right.
here.
He's one of them. Right. Okay. We've narrowed it down to 15 now. Okay, great.
Just it would be something that Trump would do just to mess with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems to get jollies out of that to some degree.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
He sure has a heck of a stamina, though. I've never known anybody to take that much stress and not just go absolutely nuts or have a mental breakdown. Yeah, he must have one heck of a constitution.
There you go.
But anyway, y'all, I'm listening in, waiting for the interesting people to call in. But yeah, I had to call that one in.
Yeah, glad you did that. Now, so here's what we have. We have two responses now. What color is your underwear, and are you wearing any at all? Okay, those are your responses to telemarketers. Okay, we're building up some remedies here, folks. So we're actually doing a service for our seniors to try to respond to telemarketers here.
Just make sure they're not from the church down the road. Yeah,
that's right.
The old lady selling, the bake sale.
Yeah, then they say, well, we were trying to sell cakes for the church now.
Right, exactly. Spring Hill Baptist or whatever. Yeah. Oh. Well.
Hello, I'm with I'm with our Lord's Convent, and we're trying to get. Hey there, what kind?
Were you wearing underwear?
What kind of drawers you wearing?
Beg your pardon.
All right, there you go.
Well, at least they'll pray for you.
Yeah, right.
Hope so.
We
all
hope
the
so.
prayers we can get at this
Absolutely.
point. Yeah, we need them.
All right, y'all.
All right, good call. Thank you.
Refill, but I'm listening in.
All right, keep the underwear on.
Appreciate that. 601-485-9191. Put you right here on the show, and you just never know where the show is going to go. It says here, though, that some of the reasons we talked about seniors may fall victim is they're not knowing whether the call is legitimate or not. Scammers may take advantage of their loneliness. A lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the phone's ringing. Somebody wants to talk to me. Yeah, how you doing? And then the promise of free gifts and prizes. And, of course, this call didn't say, hey, we'll give you a free. And I'm sitting there thinking, free. Yeah, right. You're not getting paid to sit there to give me free stuff. I didn't say that because I wasn't on the phone. It was my in-laws on the phone with them. But they promise free gifts and prizes, and then the scammer has an answer. The scammer has an answer to your objections or questions. Yeah, they have a sheet to kind of handle your objections.
Because there are probably about 10 objections.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have the underwear objection.
I don't know.
They're going to add it now,
they're
probably.
They're going to have to add it because
they're blue.
We've got the new response.
You're welcome.
Okay.
It might be better just to hang up and not say anything. Anything you say
Maybe just
these
don't
days
call me back.
Can
Take
be
me
used.
off your list.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that works or not, but I guess you could try that. But just anyway, I am fortunate because I don't think I've been bothered lately because of the fact that I have perpetually ignored or denied any request of sales over the phone. I don't think I'm bothered much anymore.
Okay.
So, how about you? Any calls like that?
I get at least 2 or 3 a day at the restaurant, but not
Okay.
on my cell phone.
Okay.
The cell phone, it usually prompts me with, telemarketer, spam call, whatever that is. But like I said, if you're not in my contact list, I'm not answering the phone. It'll go to voicemail, and if it's or something like that, and two or three of those a day at least. But there are probably more that they screen out and just like, no, he's not here, or whatever.
Well, we had a terrible rash of when
You had a terrible rash.
the later dates of the being in business. A rash of robocalls.
Oh, that kind of rash.
Yeah, be careful. I know it's wasn't
That thing hickey.
Put a little ointment on it, it'd be good.
wasn't biological. Wasn't anything like that.
Okay, not a medical condition.
No, sir, it was not.
Okey-doke.
It's Mornings in Meridian. We've got the Fox News break coming up. We're going to take it this time because yesterday, Rob, you weren't here. It was just a mess. We were blowing through breaks. We were taking. It was a mess. You should have seen it. It was a train wreck. But
It was.
Wow.
Casey Jones.
Okay, Joe.
Man.
It's Mornings in Meridian. We'll come back and talk about this, that, and other thing. We want to hear from you. Our number, 601-485-9191. And stay with us. Yes, welcome back. A little Toto coming back in here at 7:37. Isn't that an airplane?
A Toto or
No,
Roseanne?
737.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Not a Boeing. I don't want to get on that one.
Yeah, we don't want to get on.
Sure the door's
Boeing's not
closed.
having a good year, are they? But here we go. David Pache of Toto is 70 years old today. Happy birthday, David. Of course, Nickelback's Mike Krieger is 52. And a wonderful name for a group, Sixpence None the Richer. Guitar player Sean Kelly, and that's a good name, 53 years old. And here's one for you folks out there, you good old 1960s television watchers. June Lockhart. June Lockhart is 99 years old today.
Wow.
And who is June Lockhart?
She was the mother of Timmy and Lassie, the original TV series, and she played in Lost in Space. Yes.
Okay.
Mrs. Robinson. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Anyway, Jimmy J.J. Walker, 77. Dynamite. So there's some birthdays there for you today. Happy birthday. If today is your birthday, you're right up there with, here you go, Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
70.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rob,
I'm
yippee.
Roger, and you hear the excitement in
Celebrate
Rob's
now.
voice, and you hear the excitement in Charles's voice as we talk about these birthdays. If it's your birthday, though, on the 25th day of June, I hope it's a good one for you. Go get yourself something nice. So,
You think they ought to do a drug test Thursday night before the debate?
For the moderators or participants?
For the candidates.
Oh, okay.
Trump has come out and said he would gladly do a drug test before the debate on Thursday
I thought
night.
before you held a government job, you're supposed to have a drug test.
That's
Well.
the big. I've just been reading through. I'm just catching up over the last few days, and I saw this headline where Trump said he would gladly do a drug test Thursday night because Biden would flunk that big time. You would have to imagine.
Well, I don't think that'd be a good idea because I personally think that Biden's going to have a port up under his jacket there.
Under his jacket and just
they're
pumping it.
There's going to be a little line there that's connected that goes back under the rug out there behind the curtain, and you know,
Pumping him. Is that what you're saying?
Every once in a
Yeah.
while, he's going to need a little pump up.
Jolt?
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's Trump. I mean, this is Biden here. Hey, I'm gonna scream every time I talk.
Now, I think this is going to be kind of a State of the Union thing. I think he's kind of going to, or the Biden camp is going to kind of set things up by talking about everybody's weakness. He's just bad. He can't do it. And then he's going to get up there and he's just going to be alert and
Well, you know,
angry like he was at the State of the
well,
Union.
and I think that presents Trump with a good opportunity because if Trump responds to Biden's anger with anger, then you've got a big conflict and so on. But if he responds calmly,
Just don't
then
s-
it
yeah.
makes him look, wait a minute, this
With
is the
facts.
docile guy. This is the guy who is
Yeah.
the calm one. And
Yeah.
look at Biden going crazy, and everybody knows he's kind of pumped up on something. So, I mean, that would be, I think, the appropriate tact. But I think, unfortunately, if you give Trump a strategy, he's going to say, yeah, it's a good strategy, and toss it behind him and then do what he
Yeah.
wants to do. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Instead of, I've
he-
got to be me.
Exactly. He
Yeah.
plays off the cuff. So, I mean, and that's the way he's going to
And that's the
but,
one thing a lot of folks that love Trump and support Trump need to be very wary of because sometimes you get a little cocky when you're ahead in the polls, and he's ahead in a lot of these polls and a lot of these swing states. And, you know, sometimes you come out on a debate stage thinking, well, this is going to be pretty much a slam dunk deal because of the cognitive issues that the current president has. But I'm kind of like that. Just keep your mouth shut and let this guy sink himself, you know. And kitchen table issues, you know, we always hear that all the time. But, you know, if you hammer that too hard, people may get bored with the whole thing and just turn it off, which really right now this whole thing is about kitchen table issues because everyday Americans are getting affected every single day by either gas prices, grocery prices, I mean, just inflation in general. But Biden is going to do several things. He's going to talk a lot about abortion, a lot about that, and he's going to. I've seen some of his ads play on several television stations. I noticed this while we were down there at the beach. He's really abortion is a big issue in his ad campaigns. Drug prices, you know, trying to put a cap on those. You know, the wealthy have to pay their fair share. It's
Oh,
this,
that
it's
fair
the-
share
it's
word.
this
That's
sa-
it, the
it's
fair
this-
share.
It's the same talking points we've seen every single cycle, and that's kind of the tip of the iceberg.
Well,
The rich have to pay their fair share.
And I think he's also going to talk about his student debt relief, and
Which
I
is-
think that's
which
going to make
is-
a lot of people very angry.
which has taken another blow this week too.
Exactly, it
So,
has. But I think that's one of his ways of saying, hey, young people, I want your vote, and this is how I'm going to get it, even though they're rejecting him based kind of on the whole Israel stance. But I think that's really going to backfire on him if he does that. I think that they're miscalculating if they think that's going to be something that's a positive. It's going to be a net negative for him.
Speaking of anti-Israeli sentiment is what I meant to say. It's kind of interesting. Maybe I used to think pretty badly about Attorney General Bragg. Is he Attorney General? Is that what is that his job? Is that what his?
I think so.
yeah,
Yeah. AG,
Attorney General,
Or his
AG, of-
district
AG of New
attorney or
York.
whatever.
Yeah.
AG. That's it. New York. I used to but he's probably done more, and just yesterday is included. He's probably done more to help Trump than anybody that holds a district attorney's office. First of all, made him a whole bunch of money by this trial, raised a whole bunch of money. And then now basically dropping all the charges against the pro-Palestinian protesters up in New York and causing basically Jewish Americans to pretty much say, yeah, I know I voted Democrat last time, but not this time. Well,
Right.
I'm not voting for Biden anyway.
Sure, and a lot of those that Jewish demographic have deep pockets, and we've seen that with them saying, "I'm not going to endow these universities," Columbia and Harvard and a variety of other universities. But now we're seeing them also give some of that money to the Republican campaign. So we'll see.
And
They keep doing it, and it's just going to keep happening.
I forgot another thing he's going to do Thursday night. Convicted felon. Convicted felon. Convicted felon.
House Hunter.
Yeah, that's going to be and
That will also backfire, by the way, because first of all, I think that if you're a Biden, if you're all in at all trying to make a decision, which I can't believe anybody has at this point in this nation. I can't believe there's anybody out there that's trying to. I just don't know.
I think. Well, no, and to that point, I know you're kind of on a roll, but we'll address that in a second.
The point simply is, I think people will tire of that pretty quickly. The people that are not totally in the Biden camp.
Well, I think that there are a lot of people out there that do not like either candidate.
Of course.
And that's
Of
a
course.
bigger percentage of the population than both sides think. And so it's they kind of hold their nose and push the button. Now, who are they going to do that for? And that may sway them one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to be very careful about that, because I think there's a lot
So
of independent people.
will I
but-
hold my nose and vote for the guy that's let every criminal from Venezuela come across the border and start wrecking havoc in our nation? Or I hold my nose and vote for the guy that I don't like that will actually close the border and stop this nonsense? So that
Right,
comes
but
down
it's
to that
also
sort of thing.
perceived as, and has been
Yeah.
they've kind of ingrained it that, he's this racist, he's going to change the government, he's that sort of thing. So if you buy into that part of it, are you going to vote for Biden? And there are a few people who have been swayed that way too. So I think that's the reality. Regardless of what your opinion is, I think that's the way a lot of independents.
Just a quick point before we get to the phone call here. Trump has really been pushing this whole, not taxing folks in the service industry with tipping.
Yeah.
They
Get
put
some
up
tips now.
some numbers a few days ago about that. They took Trump's name completely out of the equation. What do you think about there not being any taxes on and it was overwhelmingly like yes. But when they put Trump's name into it, it dropped by 40%. I'm not supporting that.
Isn't that something?
So there's 40% of Americans
yeah.
out there that would not support paying less taxes on their tips just because of who's involved in it.
Well, I think if you ask,
that is scary.
You ask 100% of Americans, do you want to pay less tax? 100% of Americans would say yes.
Yeah.
Now, would you support Trump if he?
No.
No. I mean,
I'm
so
not doing it.
It really doesn't matter what the issue. I mean, what the specific
It's
tax
just
is.
stupidity.
Nobody
So
wants to pay
so
more. They
we're-
all want to pay less. Yeah, every one of us.
That just shows you the stupidity of some people right there.
Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Good to hear you, Citizen Solly.
Y'all drug me into this.
Come on in.
What did we do?
Sir, there's two groups out there nationwide that are advocating a specific topic. One's for it, one's against it. One group is saying you're a convicted felon, you shouldn't be able to have certain rights. Another group is saying you're a convicted felon, and we should restore your rights.
That's the
Be
same
forgiven for
group.
your wrongdoings and given all your rights back.
That's the same
Which
group.
Which group is saying we forgive you for your wrongdoings, we want to give all your rights back? Democrats.
Yes, sir.
So that topic of, well, he's a convicted felon, well, you want to forgive him like you want to forgive everybody else?
Bingo.
And put him back out in the free world?
Come on. Come on with it, sir. See, there's somebody, let's put Solly on the ticket. Is there still time? Is there still time?
No.
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 I mean, the convention hasn't happened yet. What if you could go up there and
Well,
offer?
I'd like to report to you that my wife has made an announcement this past week that something that hasn't happened in 49 years.
Whoa.
She made an announcement of something that hasn't happened in 49 years.
She says, I have never seen you with this much of a tan.
I love it.
All right, is this because we're traveling to exotic places and getting some sunshine, or are we working outside because now we're both at home and somebody's got to get out of the house?
It's because my title has changed from pool boy to pool side.
Oh. Gotcha.
From pool boy to poolside.
I love it.
All right. Well, listen, that sounds good, sir. Good on ya. Enjoy this thing called retirement.
Retirement. And that live scope that's on my boat, I am wearing the fish out.
Where do you put them all? Or you just throw them back?
Back in the water.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Just having a good time being the angler that you are.
Just having a blast.
Well, I tell you what, that's in case we were wondering, if we were worried about Solly retiring and understanding that, this may not be healthy for him, sounds like things are going well.
Well, I wouldn't use the word healthy, sir. We've developed a little mild case of neuropathy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
But I'm trying to maintain the mentality that neuropathy has never met Billy Solly.
That picked the wrong guy, didn't they? That's right.
Picked the wrong guy.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Well, yeah, you can take that. You'll be able to take that neuropathy thing. If I'm
certainly hope so, sir.
Now I'm going to go look that up in my medical dictionary and then find out exactly what you're talking about. But anyway.
But life is good.
Good.
Life is real good. Sir.
Well, I appreciate you being out there, and you haven't forgotten the show. We appreciate that. You haven't forgotten about us.
I still have you in my phone, sir. I can still dial you up quickly.
All right.
There you go.
Did you enjoy mixtapes last night?
Sir, I texted with Paul throughout the entire show. Told him the boss gave him 2 thumbs up last night. He really rocked it last night.
Really rocked
Good
it.
deal.
That's bound to happen with Paul Tarver.
He did a fantastic job with the show last night.
By the way, folks, you can also thumbs up with Paul Tarver mixtapes. That's on Monday evenings from 7 till 9 on WKZB The Buzz. That's 97.9 on your radio dial.
Yep.
I mean, he ought to take it into consideration that instead of watching the College World Series, I listen to him and just check the score on my phone every once in a while.
There you go. That shows you right there that Southern Miss wasn't playing.
No, well, actually, sir, what the truth is, I told some of them Tennessee fans,
Yeah.
there's an old saying that goes, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And Tennessee beat Southern Miss.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
There
because
you-
Southern had to go up to Knoxville. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. You did that's a good presentation of that.
Only reason they won that thing last night because they were battle tested already, big time.
Ah, that's it.
Yeah,
Southern
that's
Miss
the whole
took it to-
thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
bingo.
fair enough.
All right.
They tried their best to give it away in the ninth inning, though.
They did. Yeah, I saw it was 6-1, and then I saw the final was 6-5. I was like, man, A&M gave them a run for their money there at
Good.
the end. So.
Yeah.
Well,
SEC is the baseball conference, though.
Yeah, for 20 years.
Yeah.
Man.
hope everything's well, and I hope the silverware drawer is organized and in the right place.
That's right.
It is still where I put it, sir.
Oh, okay. Wow. That battle's been won.
It just shows there's room for concessions.
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Wouldn't fight my wife on that one.
That's how couples get along.
Okay.
You kind of make compromises. You let
I just booked a trip to New York this fall.
Oh, okay. Who's playing?
Actually, nobody, sir. We're going to go up there and do a 7-day cruise up the East Coast into Canada and come back and then do the 9/11 museum and everything.
Very
Yes,
good.
great.
That'd be good.
We'll expect a full report on your return.
Looking forward to seeing some pretty scenery. The trees turning, we hope.
Oh, very
Definitely.
good. That's right. That sounds like a really good thing to do.
Yeah.
And if you are going to go to New York for any reason, that would be the reason. Go to the Twin Tower Memorial.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff, good to hear from you. I mean, look at me. See, just
Oh,
a
it's
habit
okay.
there.
You can still call him
You
Sheriff.
can still call him Sheriff, even though he's former
That's
Sheriff.
right. And wear some sunscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
All
that
right.
tan's not good.
Who's that tan guy there? The kind of bald head and
That's poolside.
That's
Poolside. Poolside solid.
He's got his new nickname
Poolside
for the
Solid.
radio. Hey, Poolside.
Poolside.
All right, gotcha. All right, sir. You have a good day.
You guys take care.
Good to hear. Good to hear from Citizen Poolside Sally.
I've reached the only logical conclusion. Love ain't supposed to make sense. This ain't no thinking thing, right brain, left brain, it goes a little deeper than that. It's a chemical, physical, emotional devotion, passion that we can't hold back. There's nothing that we need to analyze. There ain't no rhyme or reason why. 'Cause this ain't no thinking thing.
That's right. This show, Mornings in Meridian, it ain't no thinking thing. You know, we're out here, and Trace Atkins, by the way, you know birthdays, just cause. And, hey, you can hear him on our sister station, 105.7 The Legend. And Roger along with Rob. Charles is in the house.
Yep.
And we want to say a big thank you to
Billy Adam Calvert.
Southern Business Supply.
Yes, indeed. It is the #1 place in town to get all of your office supplies. And, of course, they've got everything you need for your office, whether that's paper, the staplers, the staples, the paper clips, pens, pencils, you name it, highlighters. They've got it all there. But, of course, they also have janitorial supplies, those big 5-gallon spring water coolers, and break room supplies. And get yourself a little box of Snickers bars or something like that.
Seriously, you can get a box of Snickers bar from, man.
They've got it all. And it's so easy. All you got to do is go to southernbusinesssupply.com.
I'm glad you told me that.
And once you filled out everything, it's just point and click, and it's there the next day. They deliver it to you. They bring it to you. You don't have to leave the office. How great is that? And, every Monday I look at what I need, and then I go on the site, and it's populated with things that I've already bought. Boom, it's just that easy, and then it's delivered the next day. Of course, you can go see them there, 5685 Dale Drive, just down the road from the radio station. And they're open 8 to 5 there. And give them a call, 601-485-2447. But, of course, I said the easiest way to go is southernbusinesssupply.com. When you buy local, your money stays here.
Yes.
Really important. Say no to the big box stores, those big, ugly websites. Nope. Just go to southernbusinesssupply.com. Keep your money in Meridian.
That makes all kind of good sense.
I was going to tell you there was one particular store down there at Orange Beach that sold a lot of Trump gear. But there was one shirt that you could not find hardly any of the, like a large or extra large in, because it had been picked through so much. It was a picture of Ronald Reagan on the back of a T-shirt. It was kind of a Tar Heel blue type shirt, and on the back of it had a picture of Reagan, and it had an American flag, and the word said, "Raised on Reagan."
Ooh.
I was like, that's the reason that got picked through a pretty good bit right there. It said, "Raised on Reagan."
Toby Bates must have found that one because he wore it to the studio
He's
last
the
week.
first person I thought of. I was like, look, it's a Toby shirt.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, some of the other ones were just hilarious. Stuff you can't share on the radio. I'm just saying that.
Keep it clean.
I know it. All right, well, we'll take a break for Fox News, then come back. It's our number here, 601-485-9191. It was on this day, gentlemen, in 1876. Civil War hero George Custer made his last stand. The 225 troops, they thought it was going to be just kind of a Sioux-in.
Didn't work out that way.
No, 3,000 Sioux and Cheyenne said, not today. Not today. We're going to be right back. Stay with us. And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Mornings in Meridian. It is the second hour of the two best hours of local live talk radio. That's talk radio because we talk, you listen, and then you call in. We give you our number, 601-485-9191, 601-485-9191. Put you right here in the thick of things. And thank you for coming and listening to us on 102.1 FM, or if you're joining us on the stream, WALTmeridian.com, or you might be on Facebook or any of them other social media books or tubes.
Or things.
Or things.
X.
Roger B. along with Rob Atkinson.
Hi, hello.
Charles is in the house today.
Yep.
Hey, Charles, good to see you.
Well, good to see you.
All right, lots of good things to talk about this morning, but what's on the top of what's on your radar, Rob?
Well, don't forget another notice in the Meridian Star today: the ad valorem tax efforts.
Yay.
The big meeting on Friday. It's going to be a Friday meeting at 12 noon at the Lauderdale County Central Services Building for the school district there. Physical address is 301 46th Court, Meridian, but of course it's right off of 39 right there. You can't miss their office right there, close to Purvis Business Machines over in that area. Can't miss them there.
I like that. I know that anytime you want to have an important meeting like that, the best time to have it is at the top of the I don't care. It's the I don't give a flip hour.
It's the no one can be there at that time.
It's like,
hour.
What y'all want to do
That's
for
an
lunch?
important one, right?
Well, we're taking our family to the beach this weekend, so we're just not going to be able to make that.
I'm going to get me a ham sandwich and go down there to the Central Service office.
Can you bring
and watch
food
a
in
meeting.
You might be able to. I would.
Maybe I'll go outside and sell sandwiches. People going in. A little
Now,
popcorn,
how many of you
some
can find the Central Service Office?
Yeah, Lauderdale County School District is now operating with a projected total budget revenue of $76 million plus. Of that amount, 22% of such revenues obtained through ad valorem taxes. Their next fiscal year, the proposed budget is a total projected revenue of $77 plus million.
77 million.
And of that, 23% is proposed to be financed through a total ad valorem tax levy. Don't forget, folks, the ad valorem taxes are paid on homes, automobile tags, business fixtures, and equipment, and rental real property. And, of course, there is a going to be the meeting Friday at noon there at the office of the Lauderdale County School District, and we'll see how that all rolls. I think, what have we said about this issue? I think it's already pretty much a done deal. This is just going to give folks that are going to be there an opportunity to speak. And it says for a I love the language here on how long you can speak on this topic. Reasonable amount of time. Reasonable
20
amount.
seconds.
20
That's reasonable.
seconds.
All right.
So,
Good enough.
but yeah, that's going to be Friday. Just as a reminder to folks in case you want to head on by there. So
I think if you're speaking in a reasonable manner, maybe that's.
I was going to say,
Maybe that
that
too,
is
yeah.
always subjective
If
to
you're
who is
angry.
speaking.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's some people that 5 seconds is a reasonable amount of time for
It's
that.
too
person.
much for some people, yeah.
But we'll probably give our callers more than that. Let's go to the phone, 601-485-9191. Come on in, caller. Feel free to speak for a reasonable amount of time.
As long as it's not rude, you can give them however long you want to.
Amen.
Wow.
Smack.
Shots fired. All right.
Whoa.
So I guess that whether we want the CET thing to go through or not, they're going to find a way to do it anyway. That's what this meeting seems like it's going to be to me. We're going to have our taxes raised no matter what.
Basically, it's
So,
going to give you an opportunity to say what you need to say, and I think the vote's already.
But the tax increase would come by way of property value increase or tag price increase. Is that right?
Yeah. 'Cause
Or business fixtures.
Or business fixtures increase,
Like
which-
stuff that we've already paid for, paid
Immoral,
tax on, and then we
a
got to pay tax
highly
again.
immoral tax.
Of course,
Well, and the
most
thing
of
about it
them are.
is the proposed property value, we don't know that yet. And we're not going to know that yet for a little bit of time. So they're going to, I mean, we don't know the assessed property value of homes are going to be in Lauderdale County yet. So
What do you want to?
What wasn't that the proposal for the last thing that got voted down, that it was going to come in on property tax increase?
yeah, that was the
Yeah,
school
CTE.
bond issue. Yeah, the CTE
We had to-
thing.
where did we vote for that?
Well, we
Can't
voted
even
for
remember
schools,
now.
yeah.
What school? Where?
the schools.
So confused. I went to the wrong school.
Seems like, which I'm all for the program, the CTE program,
Uh-huh.
but it seems like they're going to get what they wanted anyway. So
Well, not necessarily, because they wanted that extra $12 million then and now, which didn't happen. So
Yeah, they have enough to fund it and get it going, but I think they wanted kind of to go with all the programs that they had. Lined up.
They don't get the turnkey operation.
Well, I think that they
And
realize
you
they're
said
going to have to
how
wait.
much
But
is this gonna how much is this gonna raise it up to? Did you say?
Right now, this past year's fiscal budget was just over $76 million, and of that amount, 22% was for revenue that was raised through ad valorem taxes. They're basically going to go up to a 1% on that, because their projected revenue for their budget for this next year is going to be just over $77 million, and 23% is proposed to be financed through a total ad valorem tax levy, is what this basically boils down to.
So does that give us a dollar amount, like a $1 million amount?
well, they need to raise it by about $1 million.
Yeah, they're going to, because right now
1.5%, something like that.
23% of that is going to be over $18 million is what's going to be. They're going to raise it to. So basically, from almost $17 million this past year to just over $18 million for this upcoming year. So
From the ad valorem.
from the ad valorem
so that's a
taxes.
different percentage,
Yeah.
If I can get enough people to call in, I'll bring a grill and set up a
Awesome.
hot dog.
Yeah, we'll do it. All right.
Cook out in the parking lot.
Right.
Now you're getting my attention.
Sell those Reagan T-shirts, man.
Yeah.
All right.
I love
Make
it.
some money.
And I think I think ultimately what's coming out of that, and correct me if I'm reading it wrong or hearing it wrong, and that is, it's just that they're asking for an increase in their budget. Again, they're doing this with the expectation that the property values will probably inch upward as well, or hopefully only inch upward. But there'll be a tax increase by way of property values and tag values and things like that.
Well, the total budget increase is about $1 million, so it's not that much, which is, as I said, about a 1.5%, give or take. So, that increase year over year is really not. It's not a whole lot. Now, I do have an issue with the total budget and the amount of money they're spending on students and what our return is for that. However, that's a totally different issue. I don't think that it's too much to ask that a government agency, increases their budget by 1.5% over the course, especially given inflation and the current labor situation as far as what they're paying for everything and so on. So
your tax increase, they're not causing the
minimal.
tax increase. They're just wanting a little bit larger budget out of the expected increase in tax revenue.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what that boils down to?
Yeah. Pretty much in a nutshell.
If your taxes go up, that will be a result of your the assessor and the
But it shouldn't be significant,
Good deal.
Yeah.
However, when and where the hot dog's going to be?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Get some brats on there
Brats
too,
on
man.
All right, fella.
All right,
appreciate it.
Good call. Thank you. Appreciate it. 601-485-9191.
And like I said,
if we confused you enough, keep listening. We'll do it more.
Well, and like I said, this is not anything that is just like out of the clear blue uncommon. This happens a lot, and of course, by law, the Lauderdale County School District has to publish this, and they have in the local newspaper. They did it last Tuesday, and they did it again this week, and I'm pretty sure they'll do it again on Thursday as well on the eve of the meeting. So, but just to be official, it will be noon on Friday. There at their Central Services building, the main district office there, just off of 39. So. And I'm pretty sure the assessed property values will go up, and they're expecting that, because what did you say? That's every 4 years they do that. So
that's and
it's one. You said 1.5%. So
for their total budget.
For the total
about
budget,
that,
something like that.
That's actually fairly reasonable. But anyway,
601-485-9191 is our talk line. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
My man on the street. How you doing?
All right. And y'all okay today?
Yes, sir.
Good, sir.
Hey, man, this month is come shooting on by us, man. It's gonna be it's gonna be July 4th before you realize it, right?
You got that right.
Hey, listen, I keep hearing these nips and bits here and there, is that we are looking for Donald Trump our savior and all this foolishness. Let me tell people something that don't realize, and y'all pass this on. We know who our Savior is. We just don't want to be under this taskmaster that we got here right now.
Oh, come on.
We need a rescue of a leader. We need a leader who's going to allow us to continue on to seek our Savior. That's what we're looking for, because all through history, there always been kings and leaders and all that. So that's what we want. We just want a good leader. We know how to be saved. We just need the freedom to seek our salvation. That's all. That's what we're looking for.
Oh, wow.
So all naysayers tomorrow, you're thinking that Trump's going to come in and save you. No, just come in and rescue us from this under this taskmaster. We know the rest of the thing that we need to do. So
there you go.
That's what they're thinking.
I think the folks down in Houston, after the girl was murdered by illegal immigrants, would agree with you that we just want a leader that's going to, put America first and protect Americans.
That's right. So we can be free and live free and seek our God freely, and don't be forced into driving and flying in cars. I don't want to fly in no car. Keep me on the ground.
Hey, you're going to get an electric vehicle and you're going to like it.
I don't want to be plugging in every other mile. Hey, I got to get where I'm going, Doctor. Hey, I need to be getting where I'm going, man, and plugging in and get there when you want to plug in. And the plug in is all filled. It ain't like you got a gas line you filling up and somebody move. When you plug in, baby, you going to be there.
You got to pack your lunch, that's for sure.
That's for sure. So that's what we want. We just want to live free.
Live free. Live free. I see. Was it New Hampshire? Live free or die. I think I prefer. I'm gonna take the live free part. That's what I like.
And that's my story, and I'm
sticking to it. All right. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you being out there. 601. Whoops. Mr. Tone was checking in there.
I will say one thing about those two thugs down there in Texas. They picked the wrong state to do this in, because they're not going to go easy on them in Texas.
Wow, I mean, 12-year-old girl.
You talking about the courts or the people?
Crazy.
Either or.
Both.
The courts are going to be easier than the people would be. I'll tell you that much.
That's the. I mean, Texas is not going to mess around on that one.
Well, and Has talked about that yesterday. That he mentioned that we've got all these high-profile cases where these immigrants have committed these horrible crimes. But how many thousands of other crimes are going just under the radar because they're not sensational.
The sensationalism.
And so, and that's really the issue. You have these ones that are absolutely horrible. I mean, they're especially one in Texas. It's just the more details you read,
it's bad.
I can't even read it. And and that is despicable. And of course, Georgia, New Jersey, there was a bunch of others. And now we've got the just how many other crimes. That's really the question. And they're all underreported. And it would be great to see those statistics and say, this is really an issue that we're bringing in all the. We got enough criminals here, I'd say. Don't you think we have enough?
We don't need to import
don't need any more.
Venezuelans.
Maybe we should try deporting some of our criminals over there.
Well, here's what I think will happen.
That's a good idea.
If I feel like if Trump is true to his intent, that would be that once he should be elected, I think there's going to be some deportation.
Well, they will be, and those are the ones that are illegal. I was just joking and saying ones that are actually citizens here.
Yeah.
Sure. Get an island, Send them to Guantanamo.
That Epstein Island's empty.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
That was my intent.
Let's take a phone call here. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Lefty had to call in again and comment.
Okay, Lefty, comment, please.
All right, here we go. How much money will we have towards that bond issue if we hadn't wasted money, $400,000 on cameras and all these hat-in-hand organizations?
Well, you're kind of mixing organizations there, because you have the city. You're talking about the city budget versus the county school budget.
Oh, it's county.
Yeah, it's just county. Yeah.
Oh.
But I think those are good points of government waste.
Yeah.
And don't tell me you're going to do a Ms. Latella thing on me. Oh, never mind. What's
was
all
that
this
when I
about
remember so
endangered
well?
racehorses? We need to protect these racehorses. They're animals too. No, Ms.
My
Latella,
favorite
that's.
one was endangered feces.
Oh, that's
Wait a minute.
Anyway,
oh, no. I'm sorry. I did not mean to peel that onion back, and there we are. Okay. I just knew you were a Saturday Night Live fan from the good old days. The good Saturday Night.
that's all you. That's all you can really laugh at anymore is draw on your memory bank because that's when comedy was comedy. But yeah, well, anyway, okay. Well, I feel stupid then. I thought it was. I thought I heard y'all say something about the city government. But
Now remember, just because you feel stupid doesn't mean that you are. Okay.
well, thank you. That's a good self-affirmation thing for today to say. Yeah,
That's
I'll
right.
remember that.
Of course, it doesn't mean that you're not. either.
Right, doesn't necessarily mean you're not. Just, I think you're saying that. Kind of left that door open.
There you go.
Oh, man.
But
All
yeah,
right, Joe, I'm listening in, and I got 30 minutes to go right there. I know I'm right up against the break, but hey, I bet Ruth calls in between now and the next 4 minutes.
there you go. See, you're just trying. You're just
Yep,
trying.
there you go.
You better
Poking the bear.
stop that.
Okay.
But
Look,
you can call back after 8:30. Yeah.
go tie a rope to your Volkswagen and drag it into town. Okay.
I tell you, you've got a memory like an elephant. It needs to stop.
There you go. All right, caller. Good to hear you.
Have a good one.
Thank you, Lefty. Lefty checking in there is like, oh, never mind.
Never mind.
No, but they still was concerned about the 400,000 for cameras. Yeah, are they gonna? Is that gonna be value?
What
in
about
the
the
city?
$80,000 door?
Oh,
We hadn't even talked about that.
County business.
Oh, it's county.
That's county business
That
again.
sure is a nice door.
And we're not surprised, but
Can we autograph that?
Right? I'd like to. That's the door.
I was just
Let's
going
go
to point
see that
out
door.
that
It'll be a first attraction.
Governor Landry signed into bill law last week about Louisiana putting the Ten Commandments in school.
Yeah, I know this story.
So you know what happened.
Yep.
Parents filed lawsuit over the new law requiring 10 Commandments in the classroom and it's 9 families actually that filed lawsuit yesterday. The new state law requiring 10 Commandments, they are saying that parents are being backed by American Civil Liberties Union of Louisiana, Americans United for Separation of Church and State, and the Freedom of Religion Foundation.
I got a solution for them.
Yes.
All right, let's send them to Tiger Stadium this September and let them stand at the 50-yard line and announce who they are and see how long they last.
LSU football fans will be like, get out of here.
Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a oh, hello. Okay, we were about to go to the phone lines and we got to hang up there, but that's okay. It happens sometimes. Just so you know, you're in the queue when you call, and someone will get to you when we can. Just hang in there.
So the separation of church and state, is that what they're saying, basically?
Well, I get where that argument would come from in some regards. At the same time, this is the group's American Civil Liberties Union. You've got to remember the ACLU is maybe started out as a good organization, but mercy. Whew.
Well, I mean, there is the commandment, you shall have no other gods before me. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. And so those are have a religious, obviously, component to them. Now, the rest of them, well, you should make no idols, but of course, keep the Sabbath holy, honor your father and mother. Good commandment, I mean, and they're all good commandments, don't get me wrong.
Which one's the mother?
That's honor your mother and mother. Honor your fathers.
Father and fathers.
What if I got 2 dads?
But don't lie, don't steal. All of those things are important. But, there was another story. Along with the 10 Commandments, they signed into law that judges can chemically castrate sexual offenders if they have committed a crime against somebody under the age of 13, which has also received backlash. Now, that one is a slam dunk. No. I mean, chemical castration, hell, take a butcher knife, you know what I mean? A cleaver, whatever it is. That's the way to do it. But,
I think that should be all 50 states.
Lorena bobbitt him, you know what I mean? But
The Bobbitt law.
You're hearing his Louisiana citizen come out here.
but as far as the 10 Commandments, I understand that they're I'm not a citizen, but there are some with a religious aspect. And so I think that to some extent, that maybe that's legitimate. I mean, there is a separation of church and state. Now, we can see where it's got us, but is that separation part of the law? And do we need to kind of look at that and say, okay, maybe we need to reassess? Now, there's nothing wrong with having some moral guidelines and rules written up there and saying this is our code of conduct.
There you go.
And I agree with that 100%. But the religious aspect may be a little too strong.
Well, let's just take a break and let's join Fox News in progress.
Okay.
Political debate and regulate guns as a public health crisis, with measures like warning labels as the leading cause of death in children. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange on his way to the Mariana Islands to accept a plea deal with the U.S., guilty to espionage charges over the WikiLeaks release of 500,000 documents on wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Assange spent over 5 years waiting for extradition in a British prison, before that hiding out in London's Ecuadorian embassy. His wife Stella insists.
What Julian stands for, truth and justice.
Former President Donald Trump's lawyers in a Florida court saying a new proposed gag order in his classified documents case would stifle Trump in the CNN presidential debate against President Biden. 2 days away. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Federal Reserve Governor Michelle Bowman said it is not the right time to start lowering interest rates, adding that she would even be open to raising them if inflation doesn't pull back. The agency has remained adamant that rates will not be lowered until inflation reaches the Fed's 2% target. Recent readings have shown moderating inflation, with the Fed's preferred indicator running just under 3%. Rates currently sit between 5.25% to 5.5%. Singapore Airlines is no longer the best airline in the world, as Qatar Airways now holds the top spot. That is according to air transport rating firm Skytrax. Qatar Airways said this was the 8th time they topped the ranking since 2011. The airline came second in the rankings last year. Other top choices include Japan Airlines, Air France, and more. Futures are mixed just before the opening bell. Monday, the Dow Industrials gained 260. That's Your Money Now.
This is Joanne McPherson. I've been in the real estate business with Pickford & Corey Realtors for over 33 years. We help people navigate the sometimes complex process of buying or selling a home. There is no substitute for an honest, experienced real estate professional. Contact me, Joanne McPherson, or any agent at Pickford & Corey, and let us represent your best interest in your real estate transaction. Pickford & Corey Realtors. Quality real estate service since 1975.
Hello, this is Charles Frazier with Weidman's Restaurant. Historic downtown is booming, and we are proud to be a part of the economic revival. At Weidman's, you can enjoy Southern classics like shrimp and grits, fried green tomatoes, and black and redfish, or a boudin stuffed pork chop and USDA prime steak. We offer an extensive wine list and handcrafted cocktails, as well as a large selection of Mississippi beers. Come join us downtown at Mississippi's oldest restaurant, Weidman's, since 1870.
For years now, people have been switching their wireless service to Pure Talk to save money. Just $20 a month, you get unlimited talk and text and tons of data. But more people are switching to Pure Talk, a veteran-owned company, to support the America's Warrior Partnership and their mission to help prevent veteran suicide. To make the switch, dial pound 250, say the keyword SAVE NOW, and you'll be connected to Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team. Make the switch, same service, save money, help vets, pound 250, keyword SAVE NOW.
Can't escape the office this summer? Make your workdays tastier with delicious savings from EasyCater, the #1 site for workplace catering, with over 100,000 restaurants to choose from. Save up to $40 when you order from participating restaurants. These scrumptious discounts are available exclusively on EasyCater.com. So order some food for work and save some green with delicious summer savings. Order now at EasyCater.com. Order must be placed and received between June 24th and July 5th. Restrictions apply. See offer details.
Catch Mornings in Meridian, weekdays from 7 to 9 on Meridian's News Talk, 102.1 WALT.
Kiss me out of the bearded barley nightly, beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me
welcome to Mornings in Meridian.
What was that?
Evidently, when somebody puts the flashback lunch spot in there in the music, I guess I chose the wrong one.
That's okay.
That's all right. That was Sixpence None the Richer.
Means the flashback lunch probably doesn't exist anymore.
Enjoying the guitarist Sean Kelly there. That was good guitar.
Could put the music in right.
Sean Kelly, 53 years old today. Doing good. There. Happy birthday.
They're richer now.
What's that again?
I said, I bet they're richer now, don't you think?
I think probably a lot richer now. That's exactly right. Other birthdays. June Lockhart, 99 years old. Lassie, remember that? Yeah.
She played
was
Lassie?
She was the mother of Timmy.
It wasn't Lassie.
Lassie was the
Well, that's
dog.
old for a dog, 99.
And, of course, we remember Mrs. Robinson, Lost in Space. And
well, hello,
yeah.
Mrs. Robinson. All right.
And let's see, other musicians, though. Born on this day, the late George Michael. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he would have been 61 today. Happy birthday if the 25th day of June is yours. And let's go to the phones. I'm Roger, he's Rob, and he's Charles, and that's the way we like it. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Morning.
Hey, this is Chaplain Marks. You remember me? A flash from the past?
Chaplain Marks. I'm just having a...
At the county jail.
Yes, yes. No, we do recognize that. I'm just messing with you, chap.
The last time you visited, we had a good conversation. No, I'm just kidding.
He was an inmate. Yeah, I know. Right.
Hey, I appreciate you coming down there and praying for me. That was good.
Okay. Well, I think I heard the conversation about the so-called separation of church and state. Where is that in the Constitution?
I think it's the First Amendment.
Well, I think what they're referring to in the Constitution is the state has no right to establish a state religion. Therefore, I guess that's where
Congress
they're
shall
coming from.
make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
That's the one.
Exactly. Now, the issue that I think you were talking about is this law that requires the Ten Commandments in every classroom.
Right.
And I get it, and I know I hope people don't think I'm anti-religion when I say that, but when you require that something like that is, I think that you're kind of pushing the limits a little bit, don't you think? On the other hand, I mean, the Ten Commandments is not a bad thing, right? I mean, if you look at what it says, and what religion does that promote?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Christianity? Yeah, Christians believe in it. Is it Judaism? Yes, Jews believe it. Is it Islam? Absolutely, they believe the same thing. And I think overwhelming majority of people they look at the Ten Commandments and say, yeah, that's a good thing to have, around. But now, I guess I'll look at that and I think anytime we ever require something like that, then it becomes just sort of a thing. I think if a teacher wants to put the Ten Commandments up in her room, there shouldn't be anything to restrict her from doing that, or he or whatever. But I guess I keep hearing this thing about separation of church and state, and they try to act like it's taking God out of the country, and all you have to do is go back and read the writings of our forefathers, and just saying, this country was established with some morality, some Christianity involved in it. And it's not, we haven't proclaimed that the Baptist or Presbyterian or, whatever is the state religion like they were over in Europe. And we certainly don't want that. But we do believe it. We believe in God.
And we would be in uproar if somebody said, okay, by equal time now, I would like to have the rules of the Church of Satan be posted in this classroom.
Well, exactly.
We wouldn't want that.
I think the requirement aspect, I think it's kind of a pushback. It seems like that so often morality has been kicked out of the public life. That's where I think there's people that are saying, maybe we need to nudge a little bit. You kind of go too far a little bit, go over to try to get. Well, we need to get ours back in here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think you just have to be careful. I think the main thing is that we should have freedom of religion. If people want to, I'm here in the county jail, and people can, they can get a Bible, they can get devotional materials, they can They can worship God however they want within the limitations of this facility. You know, I mean, they still have rights to their faith, and nobody stops them from being whoever. If they don't want to be religious at all, they can do that. Nobody forces them to adhere to anything like that. You know, I'm here to help, not to put any kind of restrictions on them. So I think we are a country that has freedom, and thank God for that. We have more freedoms than so many other places. You know.
So I guess the reason the Ten Commandments is okay with us is because we are of the Christian faith, so therefore we like that. We're just not really coming from the viewpoint of somebody who is non-Christian or whatever.
Well, I guess I would ask them. I said, well, what part of the Ten Commandments do you not like?
Yeah.
Are you against saying thou shalt not murder? Are you against? No, I think most everybody. So in other words, look at the document. Look at the document, and if there's something that it opposes something you believe in, honor your mother and father. Is that a good thing to do? Yeah, you should.
Well, I can tell you, I don't mind telling you and the rest of the world the problem I have with the Ten Commandments. The one in the fourth commandment says, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy," and then it says, 6 days shalt you work. I'd like to have like maybe 4 days, to work or.
Well, it doesn't say that in the Ten Commandments.
No, it does. It says 6 days shalt thou labor and do all your work.
Day holy. Yeah.
6 days shalt thou labor.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. That's the only problem I got with the Ten Commandments is that command. All right, there's 6 days. I got to get out there and bust it.
Well, I think there's two things about this. If you're posting them, you're not.
I guess everybody understands the tongue in cheek there.
If you're posting them, you're not requiring people to read them, So that's one thing. You're just posting it there.
Yeah.
So it's not you have to stand in front of it and recite it like the Pledge of Allegiance or something along those lines. I think that the two that they probably have issue with, you shall have no other gods before me, and you should not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. And so, but I mean, I don't have an issue with it. I'm just saying that that's probably what they do as devil's advocate. But the other part of this is that the First Amendment says
some people have a problem with that adultery thing.
Well, I mean, I guess fair enough, though, but you may have a problem with that. Okay. Whoa. Anyway, but the First Amendment says that Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion and prohibiting the free exercise thereof. This is not Congress making that law. This is an individual state. And so now, with the way the precedents of court cases and so on, then that's how kind of we build our law.
Putting it all back in the states.
However, when you go back to the original intent of the framers, then that's what they said.
Good point.
In the First Amendment. So Congress shall make no law. And Congress didn't make a law.
That's right.
So anyway.
That might be the defense.
I appreciate I do listen to you on the way into work, and I appreciate what you're doing because, there's a lot of good issues that you bring up. And it's good to hear the different sides. I appreciate the fact that you listen to a lot of different voices, too.
Sure.
You're not just, trying to, we don't want to listen to you. And I hear that on the more, whatever you call it, liberal side. Sometimes if they don't want to hear you, they'll just turn you off.
We'll listen to all and maybe agree with a few. But
and then we talk about them off the air.
That's right. But Chaplain, could I ask you a question, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
You talking about working, and you when you say on your way to work, you're still in the prison ministry, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was just kind of curious, what find God or religion and turn their lives around? What do you have any kind of feel for how that?
Finger on that. It's hard to put your finger on that. For one thing, this is a jail where people pass through while they're going through the legal processes, and so it's almost like it's not exactly the same. But say if you're in a bus station. And you want to go around and you want to share the gospel with people, like at a bus station. It might offend some people, I know, but I mean this is a little bit different. But people are coming and going, and you're trying to make as big of influence on people because there's a lot of bad stuff that's going on in our community. And when people get caught in here, if they ask for my services, that's what I want to make clear. I don't go bust down doors, and say, okay, you need to get right with God. That's right. Basically it's by the inmate initiative. I've had situations just recently. I need to talk to the chaplain, okay, and they just need somebody to listen. And I have scriptures that I can share with them if they're willing to hear it. I ask them, "Do you want me to pray for you?" And if they say yeah, if they say no, I don't. And so I don't. In other words, I would say there's a good percentage of people that get help. Now, recently we had a baptism in here. We had two female that indicated they wanted to be baptized. And I said, "Well, do you have a pastor that would want to do that when you get out?" And no, I don't really. I said, "Well, I'll do that." And so I walk them through and say, "Do you believe what the Bible says about baptism?" And we baptize them. So in fact, we had the staff being able to witness, what was going on because they were part of the what was going on with us. And so we were excited the fact that we could help share what these inmates wanted to do. They wanted to make a profession of faith, and so we allowed them to do that, and I got to be a part of that. So I don't want to avoid the answer because I don't really know the answer, the percentage. We have a lot of people doing our Bible lesson program. It's an investigative type Bible outreach where they can go through. It's an open book test. They can have an open Bible and they answer questions. We got a lot of those lessons that are being sent to our grading team. They grade them and give them information back like hey, way to go, you're doing a good job. Most of them make in the 80s to 100, whatever. But so we help a lot of people not knowing where they go from there.
Not exactly sure to the extent of the benefit, but you're there providing that ministry. Yeah.
If we were in a prison where they were there long term, I think we would have a better handle on that number
Good deal.
for you.
Good answer. Thank you. I appreciate that, sir. And we appreciate
God bless you guys.
We appreciate you listening as well. Thank you.
Appreciate all your work. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Talking about appreciating work, this is a whole different thing, though. What about office machine ministry? And I'm talking about the Purvis business machine.
Preach it.
You got to be able to print the word.
Pass the offer
Got to
plate.
be able to put that word and copy the word. You got to be able to get the word out. That's what you do in businesses. And, of course, with Purvis's, I'm talking about Jerry and Betty, and, of course, their right-hand man, Mr. Don Lucas. They provide a great service. They don't give excuses with that service.
No excuses. That's their motto. Service, not excuses. Been doing it since 1979. 45 years in business. Man, they must be doing something right. And, of course, the big thing about them is document management. They've got the printer copier scanners, if I can get it out. And they even have a lease return color copiers. You can save up to 85% on those. And, of course, they are a total solution technology provider.
So a total solution technology
That's
provider.
Right. Their services include digital copiers, printer systems, advanced scanning solutions, networking services, and document management solutions. After 40 years, they continue to provide a level of service and support that is only available in larger markets. So we are privileged to have them here. All you got to do is call them 601-693-COPY. Go by their wonderful showroom at 4505 Highway 39 North, or check out their website, gopurvis.com. And as you said, their motto, they live by it. Service, not excuses, since 1979.
All right. It's Mornings in Meridian, and, of course, we will need to take another break to pay this other bill, and then we'll be back. So please give us a call when we come back.
EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
chair with a bedroom in it. Gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet. Been done. I want a new tour bus full of old guitars. Mount Star on Hollywood Boulevard. Somewhere between Cher and James Dean is fine for me. So how you gonna do it? I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut my hair and change my name. Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. Well, I'll stay skinny cause we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair.
What's wrong? What happened? What happened?
Well, that's Nickelback, first of all.
That is Nickelback. Mike Krager, 52 years old today. I don't know if he's a rock star yet, but
Ever heard that song before? I don't think I've ever heard a Nickelback song. You know, they're
is that you've not heard this one?
Nickelback is one of those you either love Nickelback or you hate them. There is no in between.
That's like 90% in the hate category.
Yeah.
I call it grunt rock. You kind of
Grunt?
you sing. You're grunting while you're singing. I'm gonna get me a car and it's
Well,
gonna be.
the lyrics weren't very inspiring. You know?
What? Everybody wants to be a big rock star.
Well, a
drive 15
bathtub that
cars.
fits 10 people.
Bathtub 10 people.
Oh, my privacy,
That's kind of
man.
weird. I want a bathtub that fits me.
Depends
that's
on the
it,
10
you know?
people. I mean,
I don't know.
Want
still.
him in there.
I don't want.
I mean, you got to be selective about your 10. I mean,
Yeah, it's like no, just lock the door. Don't.
Mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're. I could have played Photograph. That would have been. I could have played that one.
They all sound the same.
We could have played a Nickelback song. That's the way it goes. All right. Let's see. Where are we here? It's Mornings in Meridian. Hope you're having a good morning. Thank you for riding along with us, or letting us ride along with you might be a better way to put it. And let's go to the phones. We've got a caller right now, guys. Hello, caller. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was able to sneak off this weekend to go to Perdido Beach.
Oh, did you see Rob?
Seeing sharks?
No, didn't see Rob. We got out there the first day. It was beautiful. Water was clear. You could snorkel.
Yeah.
The second day at the beach, they had the marine flags flying and
Sure
red
did.
flags flying.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the lifeguard. I said, "What is the problem?" Well, there's marine mammals in the water. I said, "Well, where is your shark flag?"
I had heard on our end of the beach where we
Marine
read
mammals.
it was the jellyfish.
Well, I didn't see no jellyfish. I went in the water, but the undertow was pretty bad.
Well, I'd asked one of the lifeguards on the beach of that, and they said it was jellyfish.
Do they have a peanut butter fish?
I don't know.
That'd be
Be
it
fun.
seems-
But I'm a pretty big old boy, and I didn't want to be a buffet. But
I want to
Well-
tempt them out there. Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, and the serious part of it is there were so many people down in Panama City that died in the undertow. You know, the water can be dangerous not just because of mammals, but if you've got some riptides going on, you got to be careful there.
yeah, when you step out in the water and you're 6'4" and the sand is sucking out from under your feet, that tells you don't get in the water.
There
Get
you
out of
go.
the water,
Get
right.
out.
You, sir, have the intelligence needed to be a beach goer.
I've been doing it for 55 years.
There you go.
You use sunscreen, I hope.
Sometimes.
You know, you say that 50. Here's the evolution of that. You know, 54 years ago, I mean, girls were putting baby oil on their skin so that they could burn better. And you know, your SPF was
Now they
maybe
all have skin cancer, but
copper
yeah.
copper tone was probably like a 4. You know, SPF
maybe.
4.
I don't
Well,
even have-
I
they don't have
I
some.
stay under my redneck tent, stay out of the sun. I go to the water just to relieve myself.
Wait.
Oh,
whoa.
Well, you and every other person that goes in for a cool off and comes back out.
But my wife's the only one that wants to go to the bathroom. I said, "Go in the water." She says, "I don't want to do that." I said, "I ain't seen the first fish get out of the water to go to the bathroom." So think about it.
True, true confessions right here
play
at
it
Mornings
back. I
in
don't think I
Meridian. Yeah.
You know, it seems like the riptide, that undercurrent, is just like the buffet conveyor belt for the sharks.
Yeah,
you
you'd
know
think
what
so,
I mean?
yeah.
It's bringing them out. Here you go.
Yeah.
All you got to
It's
do is
dinner
you
time.
There's
Ring that
another one.
bell. Yep.
You see one fin in the water, it's time to get out.
Yeah.
Well, you know, but what about swimming with the dolphins now? They have fins.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They travel in packs.
Shark's not going to be around too much.
Nope.
Gotcha. Okay, got you there. Well, good advice. Here's our beach consultant. We appreciate you checking in with us and
Be in the water.
Either you said you were under that redneck tent. Was that like a roll tide? What was the tent there?
Oh, it was a Mississippi flag flying tent.
There you go. That's right. None of that roll tide stuff.
Well, I don't know. You know, Perdido, it's kind of all right there in southern Alabama kind of thing. Yeah. But that's all right. You know, I didn't know if maybe you or Rob run across Tuscaloosa Ted down there. I brought baby down to the beach.
I've seen fellow Trump flags flying on the
Oh,
side.
yes.
It was a good weekend for Trump on the beach.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. It was a good weekend for him.
Tomorrow I'll call the NPN about the buffet at the Treasure Bay. That'll be a good story. I'll tell you that.
All right, we want buffet at the Treasure Bay. All right, we'll be
Nice.
ready. We'll be ready. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
I'm glad he called.
Wow.
Have mercy.
It was. He's right. It was a good weekend for Trump. It was flags everywhere.
Here's my recommendation when it comes to buffets.
Mm-hmm.
Just go and be served at the Queen City truck stop at the Magnolia Restaurant.
Yeah.
Don't go picking up the handles that everybody else has touched.
No buffet. Yes, get plated lunches at the Queen City Truck Stop, the Magnolia Restaurant. Today, turkey and dressing.
Thanksgiving.
Woo! It's Thanksgiving in June, almost July. And, of course, they got chicken wings, beef liver with onions and gravy, fried chicken livers. Man, I love those. Hamburger steak, fried chicken, red beans and rice. Ooh, the veggie plates, the biggie burger, long haul breakfast. It just goes on and on and on. I tell you what, call them and get something to go. Don't go to fast food place. Just call them, and by the time you get up there, not that it's that far, it's only exit 150, the food will be ready. It's hot, good to go, better than any fast food place you can find. 601-482-0259 is the number for the Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop, exit 150. Go check them out. You won't be disappointed. The air is cold, the coffee's hot, and the service is friendly.
And the Fox News is on the TV monitor.
Always, 24/7.
Now, I was going to say, what are their hours? And you cleared that up for me. They're always open.
Always.
Okay.
That's it. There's the hours.
There you have it.
Never close.
That's right.
All right.
It's always open.
Do you think Tuscaloosa Ted, you ever go to the beach? You ever take?
Yeah, I was down there this weekend.
Oh, really?
I caught me one of them sharks.
Oh, no. How? Did you see Nick? Was he down there?
No, Nick was at his beach house.
Nobody walking on water. Huh?
No, not this time.
That's it for today. We got to get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Mornings in Meridian. Stay tuned for, well, see Glenn Beck's looking through the window telling us to get out of the studio. He's ready to move in here.
Yeah.
Clay and Buck after that. Don't forget Sean Hannity. And who's at 5 o'clock, guys?
Go Pigs!
That's right. Have a good day, everybody. Remember, God bless and bye.